construction and no visibility. Awesome. Good times. And did I mention that my windshield wipers kind of suck right now? I need to change them in Oklahoma when I get there. Rough night. I'm leaving the Dunes camp. I should have slept in the car. I shouldn't have pitched a tent. I don't know what I was thinking, because now I have this horrible headache and my sinus is back to being I missed the magical light on the dunes. I went to go change my clothes really quick, and I saw that like the sun was just really hard on the dunes with like really extreme shadows. And so I hurried, and when I got out there, it lasted for just like a couple minutes as I was trying to trek, and then it faded. Little rough. I'm not like a camping girl through and through. I didn't even want to make my tea, because I can't imagine how long it would take with that stupid little burner thing to like boil water in this wind. Oh my god, I keep going. Why am I doing this? Okay, because I have to. And I will be told why at some point. The universe is telling me to go to these different moments and have these experiences. And so far, I have met some really, really wonderful people, especially in Creed. And I've seen my friends, which has been great. Okay. Are you sick of watching these weird little driving confessionals? I don't really know what else to record. Other than I'm losing my mind out here.
As I tried to forget about my headache and the rough night and the zero visibility, I went back to listening to Annie Hartnett's The Road to Tender Hearts.
Everyone's dead. What the fuck? Sophie said. This had not been on her bingo card of the things that could go wrong if she went on a road trip with her father.
I was just thinking about how, like, this is the last of the desert climate, really. I'm trying to mentally, like, gear myself up to see family and to try to be in a positive headspace after this harsh testing environment. I've had a wonderful time, but it beats you up, you know? And I don't know if that's something I needed before I go see my family, or if that's going to make it to where I am not quite myself. Hopefully tonight I am staying in a hotel. I'm going to recharge, take a long hot shower, and I'm going to try to drink as much hot tea today as possible on the road.
Finally broke away. We packed it up.
It was only 5.5 hours to Amarillo. I just wanted to get there. In some ways, I was grateful to have some kind of weather because it's really not that scenic. It did feel like the kind of day I would rather curl up with hot tea and sleep.
Fucking truck driver up here because he's an asshole. He has not only pushed me off the road twice, he got in front of a fucking ambulance. Not okay. Not okay at all. Okay, let me catch you up on what's happened today as I've been driving across the Panhandle, and it's been dreary, drizzly, rainy all day. Okay, so I just wanted to drink a lot of herbal tea today. So I saw a town that was sort of on the way to the hotel that had a Starbucks. I didn't realize it was like way out of the way. Whatever, fine. It's not that big of a detour. So it's like the most dysfunctional Starbucks. Whatever, it's fine. Next door, there happens to be some sort of planes museum. And I think it's free and I think it's open. So I'm gonna go inside because I don't feel like driving 2 hours to get to the other museum because it probably will be closed. The traffic I hit earlier because of the cloud cover in New Mexico kind of slowed me down. So I'm going to hit the funny little museum next door, which the website won't open on my phone for some reason. So I have no idea what's there. It's free. Okay, so let's go in, stretch my legs for like 15-20 minutes, and then be on our way to the hotel where I plan to go into a hot tub and then take a long hot shower and then sleep for like 10 hours before I go see my family. Yay!
The place is huge.
The website does say that the Plains Museum began in 1976 in Moore County as a historical museum that was in a landmark hotel. What I found fascinating were not only the artifacts like telephones and game consoles and general store equipment. It has extensive displays centered around farming and ranching, business, family life, wildlife. But honestly, it's the weird family heirlooms and the amount that threw me off.
Creepy. Walking hand in hand on our way.
No surprise there was extensive coverage of the Dust Bowl in the Panhandle area of Texas, with some amazing photography. But there was a part of me that just really wanted to get these people some frames.
We had a paper town, look good till the ink ran out. I guess we ended too soon. We painted bright blue skies. You were never truly mine. Our map's been torn into this paper.
If your grandparents or your great-grandparents worked for local companies like Shamrock, I mean, their badges could be here, which is so cool. It was just another situation where I felt like I was seeing the stories of hundreds of lives. People who created what we call now the American dream. Generations of people making their homes and their family life here in the Plains. Kind of incredible if you think of all the heirlooms that you don't know what to do with sometimes after a family member passes. To be able to donate to this kind of facility that would capture and preserve history is kind of amazing. It's like a local Smithsonian.
I do love that there's this little desk here with this real letter on it. That's a story.
Production designer, this is actually a really great reason when you're looking for an old phone or switchboard or something to rent. If you can't find one, knowing these kind of places exist, sometimes you can call them up and rent and ship equipment temporarily. Kind of cool.
There's entire time capsules set up, rooms, office spaces, different jobs, and really it's so personal with family photographs. It's like a time capsule of this particular community, yet it captures American life at the time. That really could be any town.
You
sweetest people ever. So glad I stopped. You must go to this museum when you are coming through Dumas, Texas, which I never even planned to do. But this is it's amazing. I mean, it's huge. She says they still have 2 barns out back and just full of stuff. And there's a whole art museum next door, which I don't really have time right now, but kind of fun. Good to see they're embracing some wind energy. Okay, I just finished A Road to Tender Hearts, and really great book. Yeah, another 5-star read. I'm on a roll. Look at me, tearing up. Good book. Officially in Amarillo, Texas. Never ever been here. I'm sure I've driven through it because I've been on I-40 many times. But I have no recollection of ever actually stopping here.
Getting tired.
Yeah.
Always feeling the same. But I guess I had it coming. 'Cause I'd be lying to say you're the problem. I shouldn't be thinking, but I can't help myself, you know. Been counting every day since you walked out that door. I just want
Police reported ahead. Maybe they're also trying to get tickets to the disco.
I love Waze.
I'm going back up to make my last stand. I'm gonna dust it off with my own hands. Black blizzard coming, old man keep running. You better get out.
Mercy Hospital right there on the right. This is where I was born. This is Oklahoma City, my birthplace. Yeehaw! It all started over there in 1977.
Coming out tonight, it's fun to have so many great people, friends, family.
My plan was to spend 4 days in Oklahoma with family and friends. I've only been back a handful of times as an adult, usually for a wedding or a funeral. For only a handful of my 50 or so extended family members, this time it's to see my favorite aunt, who is also my godmother, who is also in the throes of dementia. The women in my family tend to develop symptoms in their 60s, and by the time they're in their 70s, it feels as though big chunks of their life have been erased. I did not record much video of my family. As you can imagine, it's a difficult situation for anyone to deal with. 2 years ago, I got DNA testing that shows that I too have the genome marker of my elevated risk for developing dementia. There are new treatments and studies, and there are dietary considerations and lifestyle changes that give hope to me, my sister, and my cousins.
Gonna cut it down with my own 2 hands. Tall timber falling, I hear Tulsa calling, saying, won't you come back when you can? So long, Oklahoma.
What I would like to get out of this is to encourage people who have Alzheimer's or dementia in their family to get tested. The younger, the better. After this point in the trip, it was impossible not to think about the fact that I was on my way to see my own mother, who is also suffering from the disease and is also in a care facility. Come along for the journey across the US and Ireland. Share these videos with your adventure-loving friends and leave a comment. I love knowing how you found my channel.